This is WFYI News Now. It's November 10th, and sitting in for Abriana Herron, I'm Zach Bundy. On today's show, a new report details growing challenges for local renters. Labor activist and Terre Haute native Eugene Debs gets a call-out in New York City Mayor-elect's speech. And as uncertainty surrounding SNAP benefits continues, recipients are wondering when or if their benefits will come.
I can't bank on what's not here. I depend on that for my daughters to eat.
Those stories coming up, but first. Prosecutors are weighing charges in a deadly shooting in suburban Indianapolis that's drawing national attention. As Eric Weddle reports, a woman working as a house cleaner was shot and killed after she mistakenly went to the wrong address.
Police say 32-year-old Maria Perez was found dead Wednesday morning on the porch of a home in Whitestown, northwest of Indianapolis. Investigators say she and her husband were part of a cleaning crew that showed up at the wrong house. Authorities have not publicly identified the shooter. The Boone County prosecutor says he's reviewing whether the homeowner acted lawfully under Indiana's Castle Doctrine. The law allows people to use deadly force if they believe someone is trying to enter their home unlawfully. The case mirrors others nationwide where people who went to the wrong address were shot, and has fueled national debate over self-defense laws. I'm Eric Weddle.
A new report from the Fair Housing Center of Central Indiana details growing challenges for local renters in search of affordable housing. Erica Kovac has more.
The report gathered major metrics from the last 10 years, including average renters' income compared to the cost of rental housing. The FHCCI determined that half of all renters in Marion County are cost-burdened. Amy Nelson, executive director of the group, explained that in other parts of the country, rent has been decreasing.
That is simply not happening in the Indianapolis metro area. And that very well may be impacted because we have such a low vacancy rate as well.
Marion County reported a low vacancy rate of 3.9%. Low vacancy means renters seeking new housing may be unable to find it. The average rent for a market rate apartment across the metropolitan area has risen nearly 50% over the last 10 years, from about $900 to nearly $1,400. I'm Erica Kovac.
A full copy of the FHCCI report is available online. In his victory speech after being elected mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani quoted labor activist Eugene Debs. Born in Terre Haute in 1855, Debs was a socialist and political activist who helped found some of the nation's first industrial unions. Ben Thorpe has more.
But as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
Allison Dirk is the director of the Debs Museum. She says she was asleep during Mamdani's speech, but woke up to her phone full of text messages. And she says it makes sense that the labor activist is having a moment.
Mass inequality, the influence of money and corporations in politics, that's not terribly new for us right now. But I also think people are ready to come together and fight back for something better.
Mamdani isn't alone in paying homage to Debs recently. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez both visited the Debs Museum in Terre Haute in October, where Sanders received an award. I'm Ben Thorpe.
And for our final story today. As uncertainty surrounding the SNAP benefits continues, recipients are wondering when or if their benefits will come. Farrah Anderson reports that communities across Indianapolis are stepping up to offer free groceries, but some efforts fell short over the weekend.
On the city's west side, volunteers with the Indiana Muslim Community Association load cars with food. The pantry has gone from monthly to weekly distributions as SNAP delays grow. Here's Rubina Dalal, who runs the food pantry.
Maybe this will help them to be able to stretch their dollars a little more and get the other things that they can get.
Across town, Alicia Engel waited in the cold outside Fountain Square Church of Christ for a cart of free groceries. But the city-sponsored event ran out of food an hour before it was set to end. Engel left empty-handed.
I can't bank on what's not here. I depend on that for my daughters to eat.
She's one of hundreds of thousands of Hoosiers waiting for SNAP benefits. Last week, the U.S. Supreme Court temporarily allowed the Trump administration to block full SNAP benefits during the shutdown, so states can only issue partial benefits. Indiana's Family and Social Services Administration says partial payments are coming. I'm Farrah Anderson.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by me, Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music. If you like today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow.